Next one is Reincarnation 3D. Actually, on the title screen, it is Blake Gillman's Reincarnation. I don't know. It says this is a nod to Doom and Wolfenstein with wave elements, so it might be another wave shooter. Well, a wave game, like the last one was not a shooter. It crashed. Dramatic. Very lo-fi. Yeah, very lo-fi. Very slow-fi. So, from the description, this game was made in 5 hours. So I'm setting expectations pretty low. But I'm definitely curious. Very funny sound. Also, that big guy is quite large and quite tanky. Yeah, it does have a certain blocky simplicity, like Unturned does. Are there other weapons, like, literally anywhere? That I can maybe, like... I can run while moving backwards, so... just hold shift forever. Although run is kind of a misnomer. Okay, very small and simple, I guess. Is this really the only weapon? Bunch of beds. I can jump. Barely. This is technically jumping. But I can't shoot while jumping. Tiny! I've been tinied! This is a weird one. This is just a weird one. That's a big one. I'm cornered. Yeah, for something that was made in 5 hours. Like, if you take it from that context, it's not that bad. It's very, very direct. It's like you don't mess around with anything fancy. Just make sure the gameplay that you want works. I don't have a better gun. I don't have a need for ammo. Where do you get a better gun? Do I have to kill something and hope it drops a gun? Is that what's up? I don't know, but I'm guarding this ammo with my life and my gun, mostly my gun. Tiny. Dead Tiny. Nope. 1 through 4, nothing. And there's nothing in like the owned weapons list, which I imagine if I had one, it would show up there. That's my expectation, at least. Right now we just have an L. I wish I knew what would spawn a gun. I wish I knew where they were. Do I have to kill enemies and hope they drop? Maybe the big guy? We know not the tiny. But yeah, this is definitely how you cheese it. You just kind of stand in one spot. I don't know why the gun just doesn't shoot sometimes. It may be like... I don't think it's a mechanic. I think it's just not finished. A different gun. It's not much better. I wonder if these enemies are like getting tougher as time goes on. It is a shotgun. It doesn't really have much kick. And also likes to just not shoot sometimes. Yeah, I feel like I'm having more success with the pistol. Even though it occasionally doesn't fire. Oh, I have a machine gun too. I'm feeling best about the machine gun. I think I picked up another machine gun. Don't, I earned. So, okay. For 5 hours. This is competent, I would say. Does work. But shooting, like, the gun, quote-unquote, jams, for lack of a better term. It does so with a surprising frequency. Also, I don't know why we never saw other guns until that run just now. But I guess that's just like an inevitability of randomization. No, I don't think the beds do anything. They're decoration. Uh. Okay, so picking up a gun you already have just does nothing. I will say this is definitely more than I could do in 5 hours. I also feel like it falls back to the same issue that the last game had, as being like a wave-based combat thing. Like, where do you really go? Like, where do you take the gameplay? Which I'm sure is like a solved problem, as it were. Because there are wave-based games. People do this stuff. People have found ways to make it interesting. I would say the gun jamming behavior is the one real downside, the one real problem that it has. I kind of figured that one would be small. Again, 5 hours. But yeah, everything is blocky, exactly what I expected. The gameplay loop is very simple, exactly what I expected. Excuse me. To me, it's just like the fact that that shooting occasionally didn't work is the one like bug that is a problem, or the one element of the game that is a problem. Even like if you pick up a gun you already have, it doesn't do anything. That sucks. Whatever. That's just a difficult mechanic. Or I guess a difficult absence of a mechanic.